is Casey, and you can see my channel is Kacifitnation. Um, okay, so let's get to know me. I live in Kingston, Jamaica, and one of the main things about me is that I love everything that is fitness related or food related, right? So anything that is outdoorsy, like going to river, beach, cookouts, hiking, I mean that. I'm a love water door. I'm a love water. But one of the main things about me, my friends can attest, coworkers can attest, anybody in general that gets to know me can attest, I love food. I'm always eating. My favorite fruit, mango. And you don't know, mango season now, so yeah, I'm kind of got add on the whole Julian East Indian eating. Yeah, I may have to go learn to scale it back a little, but come on, how can I resist succulent, juicy mangoes? Anyway, mango is still good for you, but everything in moderation. Alright, so what else about me? Me 20 enough. My birthday was actually on Friday. I had a great time. I do celebrate all Gemini seasons, so I still take gifts. As I said, I love food, so my gifts, and I not name me get it in a food. Yeah, I love it. I had a good time. What else? Okay, so how did I get involved in fitness, or how did I fall in love with fitness? Alright, yeah, I'm one of those persons. I never used to exercise, or take it that serious. Now and again, I'd probably do something, and but that changed for me in 2014 when I went abroad for 3 months. Um, no, actually, it was not 2014, it was 2012. Yes, I went abroad in 2012 to, yeah, for 3 months. Yeah, and I actually came back home. I don't remember my exact weight, but I had put on probably almost 30 pounds, thereabouts, in the 3 months. I was in teachers college at the time. I remember when I came back, because we wore uniforms, I could barely fit into the uniforms. Like, they were well fitted, like tight. Yeah. Um, my sister actually called me like Garfield, that orange cat. Yeah. And yeah, I was round, the face round, belly round, bottom round. Yeah. Um, One of the parts that I did not like about the gaining weight part was the fact that I grew a belly. Um, I will admit I am very sensitive about that part of me. Um, in our Jamaican culture, when you gain weight, in most scenes, it is seen as a sign of being prosperous and life agree with you. Yeah, live well and all of that. And I used to think like that as well. It never dawned on me that this was not healthy. This was not okay. So in 2012, when put on the weight, I came home. I decided to do something about it because me never liked the whole Garfield thing, and I never liked that my school clothes couldn't fit me. I never liked that when I look in the mirror I was having a belly. I appreciated the extra bottom I got, but I never liked the belly. So I live near to Emancipation Park, so it's walking distance from me. So I decided that, hey, I'm gonna go out and start walking. People, let me tell you something. I don't have asthma, But I specifically remember the first day I attempted to walk, and if you know Emancipation Park, it's a big round jogging or walking trail, and in the middle you have sitting area and picnic areas and all of that. So I decided to attempt to walk around, do walking laps around the circle on the trail. Remember, you know, I walk people. You see the first lap, I feel like me have an asthma attack. Like I couldn't breathe. Um, yeah, I had to sit down for a couple minutes well before I went ahead and tried to finish that. I think that day I did 3 laps, three. And walking home in my head, I was thinking, I was like, yo, this can't go. Early 20s, me not supposed to fight to breathe so hard for walk, basically. But I never gave up. I said I was going to try again. Because this time I looking on people on internet. And I see girls having bodies that, hey, I was like, hey, I wishing I can have that. I wishing I can get that. But as in most persons, I was wishing I wasn't doing something to try to get that look or try to lose the weight or anything like that. But nevertheless, I started walking. That proved difficult at first, but I continued and I conquered the walking part. And I'm gonna tell you this from now. You see, once you start doing anything fitness wise, anything exercise wise, in general, once you reach a specific level, it's that need or that lust for wanting to see what else I can do, what else my body can do, it kicks in. And it's gonna kick in and you're gonna get the drive and you're gonna go for something else. So I started running. So when I could do a 3 lap, I mean running, without stopping at E Park, I continued practicing, and then I realized that running in circles wasn't my thing. Because running became very therapeutic at that time. It was at that time how I got to clear my head, and yeah, it wasn't benefiting me. I wanted more. So I joined a running club. First, I used to go on the road by myself and run like on the streets of Kingston. So I would run from my house. I would make trails. I go through half a tree at times, or I go through crossroads and go on like turmeric those type of things. Yeah, but that dangerous, very dangerous. Do not run by yourselves, people. So I joined a running club, and those were some good days. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight running, a whole lot of weight. um yeah, I lost a whole lot of weight running, and I also joined a boot camp family. Yeah, that happens in Amadanjo. It's in Emancipation Park from Mondays to Thursdays. So I joined that. My body strength started building up. I was still running, but the next part was trying to get the eating part in. Because even though I lost the weight, when you start being around persons who are in this whole exercise world and persons who are in this fitness thing, you realize that there are many aspects to it. So the exercise part alone wasn't working it. Yeah, I will look healthy, but I lost the weight. But what about my nutrition, and what am I putting into my body? Am I getting enough protein? Am I getting enough vegetables? All of that. So that became a concern for me, and I started doing some research. I started doing some reading. You know, you practice the whole meal prepping thing. Wasn't consistent. So I'd go great for 1 week or 2 weeks and then I just fell off. What other aspect I did? I was still running, still doing the boot camp, but then I wanted more. I tell you about that thing where once you start doing another level, you want to kick into a next level. Yeah, I wanted more. So at that time, my friend actually got me, I don't know if you know, like you guys know Shanti. Yeah, his T20 fitness series. Remember, you know, all this time I run at the boot camp. So yes, I think I'm at a good level. I can take on Shanti. People, listen. You see, the first day me take up Shanti workout, 5 minutes into the warm up, not the actual video, no, the warm up, I was flat on the floor on my face. I think, yeah, I had to go to the bathroom and lay down on the bathroom floor. It never feel good. What I felt the first attempt of doing Shanti, never feel good. But I wanted to continue to try it, right? So I did. It took me a while. My friend and I used to do it together, and we actually ended up doing Shanti's cycle of T25 series. I think we did it, finished it twice. So I don't remember how long it took, but remember me telling you, it took us a while to get it done. But though that was one of the most challenging things I did at that time, exercise wise. But I'm really proud that we got through it. Alright, so fast forward now to 2018. So you know, everybody have Instagram now and Facebook and all of that. I've seen all of these persons, both locally and abroad, that these females especially, with figures, like they're fit and they have muscles, but they still look feminine, and yeah, we think it's sexy. I thought it was sexy, so I was like, yo, me can look like that. Because I'm looking at their builds and I'm looking at their structure, and I said, like, okay, if I get the help to put in that effort, maybe I can do that too. Alright, so I found out that we had this local organization, Jamaica Amateur Bodybuilding Fitness Association, and they have a national competition every year. Now, let me tell you something about me before I go into that. In all of this Shanti boot camp thing, I still had body issues, so wearing bikinis and stuff like that, you would have never catch me in that. So when I found out about the competition and looking online on Instagram and seeing it, it's basically you go up on stage, but me don't know nothing about bodybuilding at this time, you know. So bodybuilding competition means you're going on stage in a bikini to be judged on how you look, how your muscle development, how you show off your muscle. So of course it knows me nervous, because in my head I'm thinking, if that is the end goal, to go on stage, it would have given me more time to get into building or working out a little harder, or working out with a bit more purpose, right? Other than, so because at this point the lose weight thing wasn't for me, you know. I was strictly maintaining, you understand? But as I read more, I felt that, hey, I can do more for myself too. My body can be transformed as well. So when I look on the job for thing now, I realize that you go up on stage in a one bikini for a bunch of strangers, the judges and the audience, for look on you and grade you. The judge them a judge you upon how you pose, and the audience will look on your half naked body, because that's how you're half naked in a bikini. So me don't know how me I gonna do with that. So I was hesitating and hesitating and hesitating. So I wasn't a part of a gym at this time. I joined a gym before, and after a few months I just stopped. I never had a trainer. I was at my friend and I actually joined it. After a few months, we were going good, cause I remember, yo, we were crazy. Every Saturday we used to go and do legs. Yeah, legs. And after legs, I don't know what was in us, but every Saturday after leg training, we went and walk out all a halfway tree. Big halfway tree every Saturday. This is after legs exercise. So, I don't know what that thing, because that's, oh, and every, after we walk out halfway tree, we used to go get Chinese food. Lord God. Eat with Chinese food, and if you know Chinese food serving is a whole heap of food. But me love food, so me don't mind. Come home, eat it, and fall asleep. Next Saturday again, repeat the same thing. But those are good times. Anyway, so when I got onto the whole bodybuilding, the local bodybuilding scene, and realizing that even though I'm capable of, I know exercising, I know a little stuff, I can help myself, I can train myself, I needed extra help. If I was gonna go on stage, based on what I was, the quality of the athletes, even though they were amateur, they're not an amateur, but Jamaican athletes, them here, them go hard. Yeah, I needed help. So exactly 3 months, not God, me can't count. 3 months, 1, 2, 3, I three that? Yeah. 3 months before going on stage, I just went into the DM of a trainer at the gym, one of the gyms close to me, the one that I used to go before. And I was like, yeah, I want to go on stage in, which month was it? Lord Jesus. I don't remember the month. I want to go on stage. Can you help me? When do you think I need to start? And he went like, as soon as possible. And I was with him training like 2 days after. It did hard. It was hard. But Siobhan is an awesome trainer. Siobhan at Fit Farm, he's an awesome trainer. So yeah. And the training part I got into. And then there were many other aspects. You had to get posing training. Big up Stacy from Fit Farm, awesome posing coach. And then you realize that you needed a family, right? My Fit Farm family is absolutely amazing. There's so much support you need when preparing to go on stage. Like, let me tell you from now, you can't do it by yourself. Absolutely cannot do it by yourself. So yeah, first competition in 2018. If you know me, I'm very awkward when it comes to, I have no coordination. My friend Michelle can attest to this. Me have no coordination, you understand? So learning to pose was harder than actually working out. Because the heels thing wasn't me, and yes, it's heels you're going in. The in front of people thing, the confidence thing, it took a lot of work. But I did it. I went on stage. And let me show you. This is my very first award that I got in bodybuilding. I hope you can see it. It's tall class, and I came 6th in that year. And actually, even though it's a medal I get, they feel like $1 million. Like, to know where I was coming from, and to actually walk on stage with a lot of strange faces, headlights and all of that in my face, the smile, and when we go up on stage, nerves are kill me. Like I don't think anybody could have actually see how my tummy was trembling, but yeah, it was nerves. It was the real nerves. Alright, so went on stage, came sixth. Okay? But 2019, you know, when you start see the development, the changes in your body and the muscle development, you're getting encouragement from friends, from family, blood family, fitness family. Yeah, get the encouragement. Co-workers that encourage you. And remember I tell you that thing about when you start you want to see how far you can go, that whole I want to do more thing, it kicked in, and it kicked in seriously. So I went back. Yeah, I went back. And in that year, in 2019, June, Jabfa had a novice. No, novice means that it would be if what novice mean again? Oh, for the novice competition, it would have be your first time on stage, and or your first time in a particular category. Or if you go up on stage before, it would have been a case where you would not have placed in top 3. So yeah, I'm do novice. Now this time my category changed because the international body introduced a section that they called bikini wellness, and the local body put that section into competition in 2019 for the first time in the novice category. So what wellness really means is that we have thicker thighs and most times bigger bottoms than a regular bikini athlete. And yes, I won. I'm going to show you my baby. Yeah. So this, yes, I am Jamaica's first bikini wellness novice champion. Yeah. It's one of my biggest highlights ever. Yeah, I love it. This is my first trophy. Alright, so I was in training and everything after that on a high. I had a fabulous show. And the local body is very, very supportive of young athletes. The executives work really, really hard. I think 2019 shows were the most, as an athlete, they went all the way to give us the amenities to perform and have a great show. So big up job for executives. Everything was set for me to do nationals. So remember, novice is introductory competition, right? But you have nationals, which was held in September. Now, after winning novice, I'm on a high. I took a little rest, went back into the gym, ready for my training going well. All of a sudden, my left hand giving me some shaking problems, right? Long short of the story, I got injured. Yeah, I had to do MRI and peer things. And I could not train because recovering from the injury meant that I couldn't do any workout. So, of course, that at that time, that for me meant I can't enter nationals. But you see, that's something about what you can do more. And fitness has a way of testing you physically, mentally, emotionally, and with the right support, you are going to want to try to overcome those tests and do well with those tests. So nationals coming up and everything. I'm not training. Remember, I tell you I'm not training, right? But boom, 16 days before nationals, I go like, yo, say I'm going on stage. And I did. So this is the baby, yeah, 16 days. And if you know anything, even if you don't know anything about bodybuilding or anything, let me tell you something. Every day lost from training is can be a huge setback when it comes to your muscle development and all. And I was not training for over 3 months. For yeah, almost 3 months. So for to get up and say 16 days, I am going to go on stage. I think the expectation for me, for my personally, I wasn't going out there to win. I was just going out there because I wanted to get up from the injury, and I wanted to put myself out there and push myself to say, hey, I did not let this get me down. I lifted my head up, took myself up, and I went out there and I did my best. So this is my baby that I got in nationals. I came second, and even though I got the first trophy in first place, and I value both of them, I value all my medals, my trophies, I think this one, for me, this one is the most important one. Because this one I earned from 16 days of work. It was not easy. But in earning this one, I had the greatest time. This was the best. I think I performed my best on this show. Yeah, I think I performed my best on this one. I'll show you some other medals that I got from doing other fitness stuff in and around Kingston throughout the years. But yeah, that's it about me. During the course of the fitness journey and everything, I realized where I could, because one of the greatest things about me is I love to help people. It doesn't matter. I enjoy helping people. It makes me feel fulfilled. So with the encouragement of friends and family, I went ahead and I got certified as a personal trainer. I got certified as a nutrition coach, and I've been trying to get that more out there. So yeah, because I love it so much, I think that getting into it and I can help people to live their best life, to take care of their health, to take care of their family's health. Because when I interact with persons, what I share, I don't want you to keep it to yourself. I want you to be able to share it with your family and share it with your friends. Because I think everybody should have a goal of giving back to Jamaica, giving back to their country. And this is, I figured out that this was my way, and this is going to be my way of giving back to Jamaica. Right? So yeah, that's it about me for now. Oh, I did some go show some other medals, right? Yeah, so I love everything fitness. So it doesn't have to be like a bodybuilding competition, right? So at the guardsman, yeah, this is one of the best show for them, you know. They just love it, the finish. At the guardsman games, this was my first Tough Warrior medal. Actually, I love it, you know. This was my first Tough Warrior medal at the 2014. This is my first Tough Warrior medal. Kingston run, and oh, the story behind this 10K run, my friend Lori and I did this, yes, and she can attest. 10K non-stop. We ran the entire route without a single rest stop. This was a memorable moment for me. Yeah, this is my other Tough Warrior medal that I got. The last time I did Tough Warrior was 2017. Yeah, so I'm building up my collection slowly, you know what I mean? But that's it for me right now. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe and like and share with your friends, as this is my first video. There's much more to come, much more fun, much more activities, and welcome to the Fit Nation family. Bye.